we continue to soar in the right places. And that's why investors are saying we want to invest in New York City. And this is a $350 million private investment, 1,700 jobs, 1,300 good-paying union jobs, $6.4 billion in economic opportunity. All right, gentlemen, we're going to do this again at 9:03 or 9:12 or something like that. Why not? All right, that's good for now.
All right, so this is D, Big D,
Yeah, Dwayne,
Iron Man D,
Dwayne Owens is my name.
and Love, right?
Love,
That's our little thing.
That's our thing.
And
I did work down at the towers, and we used to come down this roadway after working on the pile, and it was very sad. It was created a lot of emotions. That was very sad. We were angry and we were sad at the same time. It's remarkable. But, you know, I also had the opportunity to work on the new World Trade Center. So I went from ashes to iron. This gentleman here, me and him was together.
Oh, yeah, that's my partner.
Yeah, we used to ride back and get, it was a lot of volunteers back then. And we had food trucks and people that do massages, and then all the city jumped in and helped.
Oh,
Tell
yeah.
them about it.
It was a nice show, and the people, they showed us love, respect, and we did the same thing back. You know, people were cheering us on when we were coming to work, cheering us back, thanking us for all the hero work. Got a lot of respect, and we did the honorable thing with the towers, trying to clear it up and rebuild it.
We were the first responders. I was working in the Bruckner Expressway. We got a call, and we went here to the Armory, and from the Armory we got escorted in Humvees to the job site itself, and it looked like a war zone, to be honest. You know, the smell, the smoke. It's just what you saw was like hell.
We went straight down from my job. I was working up in the Bronx at the Bruckner Expressway. We saw it happen, and we heard about it on the radio that it was actually airplanes that hit the towers, because we could see the smoke from where we were. Job shut down. Everybody had to we all scattered. A bunch of us just came straight downtown. We were down here just working, you know, no specific hours, just kept working as long as we could.
On 9/11, I was working on the Williamsburg Bridge. We heard the first plane hit, so we went up to watch the second plane, and we left the bridge, and then within a couple hours, I was down at ground zero. Was in there before any cranes or anything. We were moving cars with the payloader, trying to make some room down there, working on the pile, just doing what needed. And the next day I finally left there and got home. All I could do was watch Cartoon Network and cough up black stuff for about a day and a half.
I wore my respirator all the time, and some of the guys that I know that did not wear their respirators are sick now.
I got some scarring of my lungs. I'm working on that right now, so I just found out about that. So I'm taking some medicine right now, some steroids and some antibiotics. They want to see, hopefully it clears up. They said 20, 25 years later, watch yourself.
yeah.
You think that you're invincible and nothing's going to happen to you. Don't worry about it, but time catches up to everyone, I guess. You know?
It was just a mess. There were no respirators or anything. It was just us coming down here, doing what we could, because, you know, we knew we had the expertise at the time to remove the steel. We were looking for survivors. We thought we could find some people who were buried in the rubble, and we just stayed. We just stayed as long as we could to help out. My lungs are a little shot. I got sleep apnea from it. I think I'm one of the lucky ones. A lot of the guys got cancer down there. First they came out saying the air is fine, but there's absolutely no way that the air was fine down there. We weren't even thinking about it. We all just went and tried to help out. to do what we can.
And now here we are 23 years later, and we're out walking a picket line trying to get jobs when a non-union company gets in here. You know, basically we've been crapped on. You know, the city told us it'd be a union, and it's not. So it really hurts. You know, we put so much into going in down there, and now nothing.
Right now, it's a sad story because as we were down there as union iron workers, we should have this job over here, but yet we don't. And New York City should be ashamed of themselves because this is a union town. You know, we want to be work union, live union, and perhaps go on to the life beyond as union. So that's my story now.
So this is kind of sad to see that the city is, you know, turning their back on us now, you know?
Yep.
When we were there, you know, when it counted, I think, you know?
New York's a union town. This is a huge job. When I first started, this would not be a non-union job. They're not paying union wages, living wages. It costs a lot of money to be in New York. So union workers would speed up the process. We're skilled workers, we're trained workers, certified. It's a whole different level, and it's horrible how a lot of these jobs go non-union now when you know, originally they were promised that they would be union. So I don't know. We're out here trying to turn the company, trying to, you know, make our presence known that you know, this isn't right. This is you know, we do all that 9/11, and now we're out here like, I don't know, not begging for jobs, but you know, trying to turn a job that should be union.
I became an iron worker because of 9/11 to help rebuild New York. And when I live in the city, and I was like, I beelined it right down there. And I didn't really get to work on the pile per se, but I did see these guys burning, using the torch. And I was like, I know how to do that. And I asked them, yo, how did you get to do that? Are you volunteers? And they're like, nah, we're iron workers. And that was the first time I heard about iron working. And basically I was like, oh, I guess I'll do that now. And, you know, so in some twisted way, it was good for me because I got to experience rebuilding New York. That was my goal. But now here we are 23 years later. And, you know, this should be a job that we're working on. And for the mayor to literally say it'll bring union jobs and then throw us under the bus and have non-union people doing it, and, you know, somebody's getting greased, it feels like. And, you know, why would that happen? I don't know, but it's just a slap in the face in a way that we did what we could to make this place great. And like some of my brothers have said, this is a union town, but the powers that be, they just want more money for themselves, I think.
Never forget, boys.